This is the Eye for an Eye channel. Welcome to today's show. Imaginary, a new movie for the whole family to enjoy. Of course, have you seen this plot before? You know, kind of like that movie Megan, or maybe some of you remember Chucky. A movie about a child that brings in a teddy bear or some type of technology into the home. And of course, what is that technology responsible for doing? Well, summoning demons, of course. I mean, imaginary friends. You know, the whole plot is imaginary friends, and they tell us, of course, who's responsible for this film just by showing us the image that's being used for all the posters for the movie Imaginary. Look at the bear right on the Masonic checkerboard floor. The black and white duality, as above, so below, right in front of our faces. It always is it not? And again, the common person out there who's sound asleep just does not seem to realize exactly what's right in front of our faces. Hollywood is not making anything that's new. These are the same movies with the same plots with different names over and over and over. And this is to program you and to desensitize you. And we're getting closer to artificial intelligence teddy bears coming into our homes. And I'll get into all that in a second. Some of you are wondering where I've been for the past 7 days. Well, I've had a strike. I've been on suspension. I've been a bad boy, I guess, here on YouTube, which seems to happen every couple of days now. So for those of you that want to always see my content, please make sure you subscribe to my other channels now, United Uprising, as well as A Call for Vengeance. They are linked below. I have been uploading all week on United Uprising, so there's a lot of content for you to catch up on if you didn't know that I was uploading over there. I'm talking about movies. I'm talking about videos about The Line, okay? Updated videos on the topic of the massive prison they are building out in Saudi Arabia. There are videos about Doja Cat referencing pizza and hot dogs. If you don't know what that means, you should go check it out. And of course, there's other stuff over there. I've uploaded multiple videos every day for the past 7 days, including, of course, Panda Eyes as well being referenced, and Elon Musk flying a rocket into the firmament and having it explode in the middle of the air, people thinking that it was some type of mission gone wrong when they cannot penetrate the firmament. So those videos are available on my other channel. Please make sure you subscribe to it now. Pause the video, click the links below. Don't forget to do that. It is very important. And if you like to binge watch the videos, there's tons over there that you probably haven't seen yet because it's all new content, a week's worth on that channel. So I'm going to play for you the trailer from this new film, Imaginary, okay? And you're not going to see anything that you've never seen before. But what I want to tell you beforehand, okay, is about the people who make this movie. They've made things like, you've probably heard Megan, about that robot Megan, right? The AI. Five Nights at Freddy's is another movie. It's the same pattern here. Okay, they are conditioning people, telling people really what this technology is about, but also normalizing the summoning and invoking of spirits in one's home. I've shown you all these things, these videos from the 80s, etc., where we talk about fantasy, how they've used fantasy to obviously brainwash people into letting demonic vessels into their home. This will be no different with artificial intelligence. But the film was made by Lionsgate, and I just want to note this before I play you the trailer. The Lionsgate co-president of Worldwide Theatrical Marketing, he had this to say about the film. He said, something you see across cultures is that children have a unique access to the spirit world. What if their imaginary friends are something from the spirit world? What if these imaginary friends were real? And what if when you left one of them, that made them upset? So in other words, when you leave it behind. So don't leave behind your demonic attachment. Of course, he's referencing, of course, these things being demonic vessels for demonic spirits. That is what we're about to see with artificial intelligence being brought into people's homes. I'm not talking about, even Chucky. There was tie-ins to the occult with Chucky and how Chucky became possessed, if you remember the 80s Chucky movies. But we've seen movies about the teddy bears that talk over and over again, whether they try to do it comically with the movie Ted or any other thing that we've seen over the years. They're preparing people to have artificial intelligence technology with their children, robots, etc. These are going to be vessels that are fully possessed by demonic entities, demonic forces from the fallen angels technology. Now, a lot of people out there think it's crazy talk. It's not. And all I'll tell you, if you're new to all this stuff, is ever ask yourself why they keep showing you the same thing over and over again? Have you not noticed that these movies like Megan, like the trailer I'm about to play, like Chucky, like 55,000 other ones all have the same plot? It's not because it's entertaining. It's not because, oh, they make money at the box office. It's not because people can't write anything new. It's because they're programming you. Same reason they do every single movie, every single month, whether it's about demon possession or aliens. This is to program you. Look at this trailer with the beautiful black and white Masonic floor tiles, of course.
How does it feel being back?
Maybe my happy place can be our happy place?
We left you all alone down here. Chauncey says you're not allowed to play with us.
Oh.
Because you left him.
I thought bugs freaked you out.
If I can finish my list, Chauncey will take me on a trip to the place he's from.
Something that hurts.
Alice?
You've been spending time with a new friend? I asked you to do something that hurt you.
That was part of the game. Maybe we shouldn't play together anymore, Chauncey. No.
She's lost.
Every culture has entities that tether to the young. We call them imaginary friends. When the connection is severed, the entity becomes enraged.
He says he's right behind you.
So you obviously in the trailer there, you saw even a demonic being summoned, right? A spirit in the room. These are all things that we see over and over again. Now, they're preparing people, again, for artificial intelligence, robots, and things like that to be in people's homes. If you don't remember, I covered this a few months ago where I'll show you the news clip now, where they're pretty much telling you flat out that AI is ready to go, okay? And if it's ready to go, we know that they're years in advance. So it's ready to go. Now what they need to do is condition to get at your home. Now you would think that people would see a movie like this and be afraid, be like, I'm not bringing AI into my home, but they use humor around it, right? They're like, come on, what are you afraid? It's going to really turn into something carrying a demon in it? Oh yeah. Well, they use those types of things, obviously, to desensitize you, to make you less afraid, when in reality you should be more afraid. But AI-powered teddy bears are the thing of the future within the next few years. They're even telling us on the mainstream media news outlets.
A major toy maker says AI teddy bears could read personalized bedtime stories to kids by 2028.
The toys would listen to everything a child says and use the data to create personalized stories. VTech Holdings CEO says smart toys could also know a child's name, school, and friends. He adds the possibilities of smart technology are a little scary.
And of course, I've covered two in the past, which I want to show you a clip. If those of you that don't remember that demon Jimmy Kimmel, who is probably, again, when I'll give credit when credit's due. Some of these people have somewhat of a sense of humor and can be funny in any way, even if they're these Satanists. I'll say, well, I can see how people can like them because they can kind of be funny. Like sometimes Will Ferrell can be funny, but he's a Satanist. Okay, so I don't like him, I don't support him, but I can see how people are, like his movies and things like that. Jimmy Kimmel is probably the least funny person, other than Stephen Colbert, to ever exist. Not live, not have a talk show, exist. He is brutal. But of course, he's a communist puppet and a Satanist himself. And he had this clip I want to show you, because this, of course, ties into it. This ties into the repetition we see with these teddy bears, these things that are going to be promoted towards children, which are going to be vessels for demonic entities. But they use this to make people laugh. And of course, you can only imagine who's actually laughing at this. A little teddy bear doing ritual offerings to Satan.
Oh, Guillermo. Of course, Snuggle, the fabric softener bear. Remember Snuggle Bear from the old commercials? Do you remember Snuggle Bear from the commercials, Guillermo?
Yes, Jimmy, of course, from the commercial.
Snuggle Bear was big. In 1986, it was like Snuggle Bear and Mr. T were the hot couple. In case you're too young to have seen Snuggles, or maybe you just don't remember, this is the bear that captured America's hearts and laundry in the year 1986.
Once upon a time, fabric softeners cost a lot, but now there's new Snuggle fabric softener.
Hi, I'm Snuggles. Snuggly softness that's really less expensive. Look, I get towels fluffy, blankets cuddly, even shirts caked with blood. It's like an accident. You know what else is soft? Human flesh. Baby flesh. Wait, where is your baby? Baby's sleeping in snuggly softness. So innocent, so defenseless. The perfect size for a sacrifice. Shh! Time to meet your snuggly death. When the dryer's going, they'll never hear you scream. The Dark Lord shall be pleased with me. Snuggle brand fabric softener, proudly made. It's to die for.
Very cute, Jeremy.
So this is the sick world we live in, and of course, this has been going on for quite some time. Okay, preparing children to have this. We've all heard these stories about imaginary friends, etc. And just like that quote I read you earlier in the video, right? About children having a unique access to the spirit world. They target these young children for many, many reasons. And they've always gotten us with programming about imaginary friends. But they've also done is they've transitioned the technology, right? Because it used to be like in the 1900s, a kid would have a doll. The early 1910, this technology didn't exist, right? So a kid had a doll. They used to talk about imaginary friends. We don't know if that was actually real, people were having imaginary friends or not. But we've seen how it's evolved, right? Do you remember Teddy Ruxpin in the 1980s? For those of you that don't know, here's a commercial, Teddy Ruxpin, preparing you for AI in your home and AI around your children.
There are lots of teddy bears, but only one Teddy Ruxpin.
Hi, my name is Teddy Ruxpin. Can you and I be friends?
Sure, Teddy.
Your friend is what I'd like to
He's alive. How does he do that? He's a magic bear.
One day, we found an old treasure map. The treasure was supposed to be
my friend Teddy Ruxpin.
Show and tell time.
Another teddy bear? My teddy's name is Teddy Ruxpin. He talks, he tells stories,
Four batteries not included.
Hi, my name is Teddy Ruxpin. Can you and I be friends?
Yeah.
I really enjoy talking to people. I would like you.
Teddy Ruxpin, the storytelling bear, comes with illustrated book and cassette.
So movies like this continue to condition people, and you might see this and say, well, why would anyone see that trailer and then ever bring in, teddy bears or AI, et cetera, into their home? These things are going to be vessels and portals that are going to be used to invoke and bring about demonic entities in people's homes, period. It's crazy as it all sounds. I get it how it sounds crazy, right? I've talked about this with the Ouija board. People are like, the Ouija board, it's good, clean fun. And then people are like, oh, I had this weird thing happen to me with the Ouija board, right? Just like Christians don't believe in the supernatural, et cetera. They're going to psychics. The Bible warns about going, to mediums, spiritual mediums, et cetera, summoning spirits, all this type of stuff that they've normalized. They have been preparing people not only to bring this type of technology into them, but to now bring it around their children. And this is becoming more and more frightening with seeing them use this theme in movies. Because remember, the repetition and the pattern is the key to all of this. The more we see it, the more we know it's going to become a reality. The more we know they're desensitizing people to having this around their children and in their homes. Okay, like I said with Teddy Ruxpin, to all these movies with the same theme, it is one of the most common themes we're seeing from the New World Order, showing us this with technology, with teddy bears, with demonic entities in the home. People don't realize how many movies come out every month that are about possession. How many times can you see The Exorcist? Right? What do you think? These people in Hollywood are writing new stuff. They're really, oh, I wish I could get there. They're so clever and talented. They're programming you. That's why it's called programming. Okay? They're not showing you something to make money. The movies will make money, period, because they'll be released and marketed and promoted and shoved down your throat. They're using the same themes because it's a part of how they program you. And that's what this is. They're showing you this over and over and over again. And this is what the future holds for children, because parents are going to start allowing more and more technology around their kids, especially millennials, because they've been around technology their whole lives now. At least since they were teenagers, and they think it's safe and they love it. They're obsessed with it. They get the latest iPhone. They get the latest tech. They get the latest app. It goes on and on and on. And the next thing you know, they're setting this stuff near their children and they don't even know what they're doing anymore. Not only that, but don't forget that these things are going to be programmed to, quote unquote, educate your children. Okay? They're going to be talking and interacting with your kids. And these things are vessels for demons. That's what AI is. If you don't remember the videos I've done, you can just check out the website, uprisingrevival.com, and join the website. I recommend you do, with Gordy Rose and quantum computers and what they really are. It even says that quantum computers, and talks about little demons living inside the computers and why they have to keep the computers cold, etc. Maybe I'll put another video up here on YouTube so people could see it. But this is really happening, okay? This has to do with demonic entities bringing these things into your home. And of course, these things being around your children and having an influence around your children. Demonic entities, demonic forces. That's what AI is. As crazy as it sounds, it's the truth. Please, if you didn't yet, subscribe to my other channels, link below. I know that, again, it's repetitive. I have to be repetitive about this, okay? So that people subscribe. Otherwise, I'm not going to continue on YouTube anymore. People don't sub to the channels. There's no point in me continuing to do it. To me, it would just be a message to me, okay, your time is up. Because, you know, in life, everybody moves on when something gets old. Well, my content's never gotten old. The problem is that nobody can find it because it gets removed, okay? People constantly sub. I don't know if anybody has had the amount of channels that I've had with the amount of subs that I've had. If I add them all up, it's in the millions. Double digit almost millions. Because I've had at least 20 channels that have hit over 100 plus. Okay, and I've built them all up from scratch each time, and they get taken and taken and taken. I've lost I've lost millions of subscribers. And that's fine. I continue to do this to try to help people. But if people don't want to sub, you know, if I see 30,000 on one channel and 10 on the other, then I realize that people don't really care about the content. And that's perfectly fine. But I'm saying is that's a message to me that, hey, you know what? Maybe your time is up. So let me know, you know, by subscribing to the other channels, or if you still even want to see my content. They're linked below. I'm ending the video here, so make sure you sub. I thank everybody again for being here. Hope you're all well. God bless you as always and your families.